Hello and welcome to McGolan's Model. Start again. McGolan's Model Workshop. I've got the man flu at the moment, so I'm a bit bummed. So, as you can see, this is my first tutorial of making ratlines, as in the description. Come on, switch on. So, basically, we're using a jig. I'll leave all the bits and bobs, the descriptions in the descriptions below. Everything, all the links, where to get it from, and yeah, all the tools I'm going to use. So simple enough, but an hour and a half this video is going to be. It's going to be start to finish. So if I make mistakes, I make mistakes. I'll go through it and I'll show you how I get round it, or rectify them, if that's the correct word you have to use. Okay, so without further ado, let's go below decks and I don't know. Hang on, this is my first one. Not with it. Yeah, below ducks. Below ducks? Below decks on my work table. Toot toot. Okay, here we are, folks. So, what am I talking about? These are Ratline jigs. You get these as a set off eBay. Links in below. So, not bad price. About £2 odd or something for 4. I bought 2 sets. I bought the first one, and of course I ended up wrecking them. The only gripe, well, not a gripe, but the only thing I find that I would have preferred if I could get my camera up and zoom in a bit to show you what I'm talking about, and then you can see. So if the person who designed these, I must send him a message. Anyway, so these squares all the way around, I'd leave them, no problems at all with those. You need them anyway, and you need these. But these, I wish these were triangles, and you'll see why when I'm showing the piece I've already made. Okay, or my demonstration pieces. Okay, so I would prefer these to be triangles. Okay, so I'll show you now. I'll get a close up. So here's one that's already done. As you can see, all these are the shrouds. These here, and the thread I've used is Black Seas. It's their cotton. Comes in a wee reel about 10 meters long. So it's about 100 meters. 100 feet. 10 meters, something like that. So, as you can see, they're all threaded into the top right hand corner of the square, right along till you get to this point here. This one's straight, same again, and then this opposite side, so there's top left hand corner, same here, same here. These are all banded together at the top, as you can see, and I have super glued these into place. I don't super glue these because I just cut that off, that and that, and then flip them over, and I get one complete length. Then I cut them down the middle. You'll see why. Okay, so as you can see on the frame, I thread from the bottom like so, and then wind all the way to the other end. And then when I get to this part, I wind it off here, tie it off, glue it down, and it's ready to go. Now, when I've done that bit, then I put on the ratlines. Now, as you can see, this is not warlord thread. This here is fly tying silk. It's a very fine silk, basically for tying fly bodies, artificial flies for fly fishing. So we'll go through all the bit in a minute. So I start the tie it off at the bottom. Oh, sorry, start at the top. Which way did I start with? Oh, this one. Start here, and then I work round all the way, and then flip it over, tie it off at the bottom, glue it into place, and that's it, ready to go. Okay, and then we're going to the next stage. So let's, for now, this is what we're going to do today. Okay, so this is a frame that I've been using, and off this one frame I've made all these. So let's get me camera back in position. there we go. So this is your thread, your ratlines of the 7, which is here, okay. And then the next one down is, of course, is your 4, your 3, and then your 2. You're going to end up with loads of these, plus they come in hand. Don't worry about it. Just keep making them. Yeah. Anything that goes wrong, or you end up cutting or breaks, I always stick at the back of the packet, like so. I don't think I've got any in these. None in that one. None in that one. So they're all perfect then. Okay. So, and that's what I usually do. I keep a bit of card in it to keep basically keep them flat. Right. You don't have to do this. Just you can go and buy. Is it Atlantic Games? The link's in the description below. But theirs are made out of brass edge and a lot easier. I'm going to use those for my name ships. I think, yeah. First rates and all that stuff, and everything else I'm just going to use these. Okay, but then again I might not. Okay, so that's all off just that one frame there. So let's put all this away, move it out of the way. Okay, so we're going to discuss the tools that I use for this. Oops, right, hit the mic. So where are they? Here we go. So the first thing I've got is, let's put this here is my bobbin holder. It's a fly time bobbin holder. Yeah, there we go. So it gets a better close up. So they come in different styles, but this one I use brass ends, wire, brass body, and then a silver tube, and then of course this is my little cap. It keeps the thread in. So if I pop this open, I'll pop it off. There we go. There's the thread. So as you can see, I can roll it backwards and forwards and then roll it back again. And it comes in handy. This is ideal for when you're rigging your ships. I use this thread here, this beige, for the running rigging. It's absolutely amazing to work with. Okay. Yes, you can use the one for there's a bobbin holder for the Black Seas one, but I don't have one of those. As the flying silk comes in many different colours, you can also get this in black. I try not to use the black thread or black flying silk for the stays. I use Warlord. So okay, so that's that one. That's the next one. So I have this little pointy tool. Okay, it's just a rusted old what do you call it, hand drill swivel thing. And then this here is from the needle section. Not needle section, it's from the... Let's put a fresh one in there because that's dirty. It's sanded down a bit, so I'll keep that one. So I'll put new one in. These are called cuticles or something. They're for doing your nails and pushing your skin back. In the nail department, beauty part of the boots or chemist. Push that in there. Okay. Ooh, they're a bit short. Okay, that's it. That's fine. And I use this for, well, you'll see what we're going to use for putting glue on. Okay, what am I doing? That goes up on there. That goes on there. All right. So let's pop. Come on. I don't want to lose the top. You see, it keeps the vent. So the next bit. These are Hackle pliers. Ideal for clamping. These. You put your hackle. The hackle is the feather that comes off the cape, which is off the back of the chicken's head, on the front of the chicken or cockerel, and it's what makes you tie these onto your flight end hook and spin around, and the feathers, the strands, so they go ding, you know, it'll pop out. What's that called? Hackle pliers. You get 2 in a pack, and I use these for clamping with the perfect. I'm not going to stick my finger in there because it will hurt. I guarantee you that much. Okay. This is what you call a Bobbin needle. It's basically a very, looks like a airbrush needle, but this is used for teasing out feathers and tinsels for fly tying, basically artificial flies. And I use this for putting on what do you call it, tufts on model bases and things. It's an ideal model maker's tool this. So don't be afraid to pop into the fly tying section in your local fishing tackle shop, and one of these. All the links will be below. Now these are, I've got 2 sets of tweezers here, so let's put them back in my tray a bit there, and those, because we'll come to use them in a minute. Okay, so I have 2 sets of tweezers. I have quite a lot of tweezers. I have bought a set of these, yeah, so the EDS 11, and they come in a nice little cap. But when I get these, I work on these to make sure there's no light passing through. As you can see, I got a better grip. Okay, and this one is Biofix EDS 259X. It's carbon tips, so if you break these, you just buy another set of carbon tips, undo the screws, put them on, and that's it. Well, what I like about these, they got a good clamping system. They're very strong for the clamp. Okay. Yeah, then you say, well, I've got Hackle pliers. Yeah, well, these are basically for the threads and things. Okay, right. So next bit, yeah. Let's put those 2 away. This is a model maker's dream, for fly tying, and I would say for anybody that's into model boating. What are they? They're micro scissors. That's it. Micro scissors. What do you mean? We'll hold that in, pull the head off, bonk, there we go. Absolutely fantastic. So when you're doing your Black Sea ships, you can slide these in between the rigging, turn or whatever, cut your thread and pull them back out again. Perfect. Absolutely a joy to work with. I'm glad I got these. Yeah, so I use these a lot. And of course, is your old scalpel blade. I use this one, A10 with a straight point. The body in this is wrapped in vet wrap, because I've got fibromyalgia. My hands get very swollen and tend to get very tender. With this, it just gives that extra cushion, so I can squeeze onto this, hold onto it, and work away all day long. Okay, super glue. I buy my own. It comes in a little tub. Now this looks a bit gloopy because I've had to thin it down today. Yeah, so I've had that in there, what, a couple of weeks, but it's about this much, but it's started to thicken up a bit, so I buy like a watery super glue, a bit thinner than that would be better, and then put some of that into there, and then this a vortex shaker, and that, I mean, it could do with a bit more thinner super glue, near enough like water, and it helps, thin this down. So there we go. So that's what I'm using today. So this is my little bottle, and everything's, as it says, all the bits and bobs are left in the comments below. These are micro tips. Okay, so these are the short ones. I mean, they do come this long. As you can see, that's a rat tail, as we would call it. Beautiful, this type of work. Off for these bottles. So easy to take off and clean. And then you just, if it gets blocked at the end, you just cut it off, and then you got access to your glue. So, don't want to come to that is runner, but let's work. Then I have this. This is a silicone mold tool. You can see how this is battered to hell because I've used my super glue was getting that thick that it was just sticking to this thing. But you'll see what I use this for. Okay. Now these you can get from the works, any hobby craft shop. They come in a set. I need to get a new one of these because this one's nearly eaten to death. Okay, and then I've got a stripey. You'll see what's this for. Okay, so hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. And that's it. They're all the tools that I use, and I keep them in a little tray. So there we go. So you can see them. Perfect. Yeah, that's what we're going to use today. If you've got anything else, or you don't have a bobbin hole, you can still use your thread. you know, hold it by hand. You don't need to buy all these tools, but I would say so. It'd be the best thing you could ever do. Okay, so yeah, so I keep it on the tray. So I'll move it up for a minute. Now, this is my little clamping device, and I keep my threads on here. So I've got my black seas thread here, then I have a normal bobbin of thread. So for once I run out of this, I mean, I've got loads of reels of this stuff for, and I keep that there for just in case. I use it for other things, but yeah. So I did what was, oh yeah, that's what was used for, stays. Yeah, bit of beeswax, rub that through beeswax, clean it up, and then I was using that for the stays. That's what I was using it for. I used the warlord threads for the shrouds because I like it. It's just perfect. Okay, why, I don't know. It just is. I think this one's a bit too hairy or something to that effect. I think that's what it was. I can't remember. So I have to keep it on this little contraption because it's pretty heavy, and I can work away. Or you can make a little board, put pegs in it, put your bobbin on. If you haven't got bobbin holder for this, then that's what it would say. That's what I use that one. Okay. So of course, then simple glue. Okay, so let's get started, eh? Shall we? Excuse me. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go through. Let's get my tools out. Some bobs on the table so I can see them all, and I can put them in the chair when I'm not using them. So I'm going to start with shove them to one side, the tray over there. So pop them in there. I'm going to take a swig of tea. But, oh, I swear. So put a bit of honey in that. Help me. So if you want to subscribe, by all means, leave a comment and ask any questions, whatever you want. And as I said, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to buy me a coffee or tea, by all means, the link's in below. Okay, so let's get started. So we are going to take this thread, so bring this over. And what I do here is, once I get this sorted, yeah, that's it, now free, we are going to do the shrouds. So as I said, with the shrouds, this is what we're doing. This is what we're going to attempt to do. So yeah, I think we're going to start with the back end first, which flip this around. So start this end, work our way to this end, and finish off down here. Okay, so I'll leave that over to one side so you can see what we're doing. Right, so take the thread. Now I have a little board here. Oh yeah, this is it's a cutting mat, but this is a craft mat. It's 60 by 30, I think it is, or something like that. It's massive. Or 60 by 50, or 50 by 60. Comes in a roll. It's about a couple of millimetre thick. Don't use your scalpel blade, but I like to work with this. I'd rather not use. I have big cut mats for cutting paper on cardboard, but not for painting and gluing on. I use these little small boards. Okay, so let's pop that over and let's see. No, put it back. Okay. Alright, so here we go. So we're going to start with top corner. We're going to work here. So what I need to do is to glue this into position to hold it down to get me started. So if I leave that there, that's in my way. I'm going to move it over there and let me little sticky out. Put some glue on there. Whoop, there we go. Oh, that is nice work. Okay. So just a little bit too much, but I'm going to spread this out now. Right, so go on, hold one down, and then there we go. Now she's hooked. Okay, so spread that on there. Okay, right, just check it. Yeah, she's all right. So we're going to start. So basically, nip this, bring it to the frame. Okay. Then we're going to go to this bottom corner, and I'm going to Should I adjust the camera in a bit? Can I get a bit closer without having to lose the... There. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, that's it. Alright. Okay. So, as you can see, bottom corner, there we go. Here you can see, up to the top and just in. There we go. Down. Same again. Top right hand corner of the square, up to the top. The idea is to get it onto that plate. As you can see, I'd rather these were triangles, a bit easy to work with. And I'm just inside there. Okay. So I'm trying to watch this and watch my screen at sim, so I don't got a shot. Excuse me. So I'll just keep doing this all the way down to the bottom, up to the top, thread it. There we go. Last piece. There we go. Now, when you get to here, use your finger, nip it at the back, then bring it across, down this one, go into the bottom corner, up to the top, and then same process as you did before. You can let go now, so it gives you a bit more comfortable. Okay, down, up, down. Don't worry if there's little gaps at the top, don't worry about that, we'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, down to the bottom, up to the top, and then finish off. Now we're going to come round the front, so you want to nip it back there, try not to cut it with your nails if they're really sharp. Round the back, down to the bottom, up to the top. Now I tried to go to the left side, left corner, so go up to the top, down, up. There we go. Near there, and then come round the back, nip it off, and then bring this down. Oh, there we go. That's the part. It doesn't really matter which corner you go for. So I just stick to the top right hand corner. You see what I mean? Okay. When you get to here, bring it across, nip it, come in through the top square. Down there, again the bottom, up to the top, down, up to the top, down again, there, up to the top, and then we're going to tie it off at the top here. So nip it, right, nip it, bring it round the top, like so, that's it. So, and then use your fingers, nip that there, like that. And then with the Hackle pliers, nip it there. Okay, now you can relax. Okay, so I'm going to cut this thread. Not yet. I think we're going to glue this into place. So pop a bit of dollop of glue on the tip. Oh, I'm out of shot. No, sorry about that. Right, so as I said, put the clamps on like so. If I missed that bit, and take this thread. Get in position. Oh, outshot again. Okay, there we go. And then bit of super glue on the thread. Try not to get any shrouds, just get it onto the edges here, and then with your little stick, smooth it out. There we go. And let that set for a few seconds. There we go. So you can do the opposite side if you want, if you're not sure. Sticking everything to the board there. So a bit of silver on there. There we go. And if you're wondering what that noise in the background is, it's keeping me level. We're at sea at the moment and it's a bit rough, and we're in the chase at the moment, so it's pitch black outside. Oh. Cut the thread. Oh, we're out of the picture then. Out of the picture. So okay, so basically I've cut the thread off, and where's that cone? There's a bit there, it's a bit hanging down. So okay, so let's get this out of the way. Get your little micro scissors. Oh, isn't that just perfect? Just straight off with the clamps, and that's it. So let's check, make sure everything is in position. Yeah, I'm not liking down here, so I'll show you what I mean. This bit here, so I'm going to push these over with the there, that's it. Happy with that. Check this side, just gently push the threads across, just check this nicely. This I'm not really bothered about. And here, okay, so yeah, check them, they're just nice, they're in position, they're in the right position. Yeah, cool. Set this one, just quickly gently push it over. I'm alright with those. Right, now at the top, let's push these in to clamp them into something. And this here, you might have to use a bit of force with your nails on both sides. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So, and then these come in a bit, push them together until you get into sort of like a thicker band. There we go. That's it, perfect. Now they're ready for gluing, except for this one here. Let's turn this one. So push them in a bit more. There we go. Has to be the back one, because you know they're in the right place. So this one will be. Let's go. Clean that tip off a bit. Try that. That's it. There. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy with that. That's ready. Nope, not yet. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with all this. Everything looks fine. So let's put a bit of super glue on these parts. So it's just a little drop. What that does, it ties them all in. But you glue onto your MDF jigs. Yeah, well, that's why you get 4 in a packet. And then I smooth it out. My little tool, my nail, cuticle. Oh, I can't pronounce it. I'll have to ask the wife which I pronounce it. Cuticles. Cutlass. I don't know. My cognitive dysfunction or kicks in now and again, so I find it hard to do my pronunciations. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Just stuck all this in. Let's rub that in. Yeah. Just glue it into place. Okay. There. So that's the first bit. Near enough done. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry a little bit. So yeah. This is where this tool comes in handy. Yeah. So it keeps it off the table. No. Bit like a waffle, isn't it? A little basket. So while that's drying, we'll clear up the table and then we'll get the bobbin holder out and we'll start the next stage, which will be adding on the ratlines. Okay, so give me a few minutes to move everything out of the way. So, oh, I need a stripey, that, the scissors, my little tool, don't need the pliers, don't need my black thread, so I'll pull all that away. So home to the little workshop over there. Need my mold tool almost. Do I need this? Might need, might not. Yeah, I'll use that. put the other bits and bobs away. Excuse me. Yeah, right, okay. Right. So, next stage. Okay, so that should be... Yeah, that's nice. That's tried. Okay. Take that tool off. Put to one side. So, I forgot what... Yeah, top corner. Finished off. Where did I finish off? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so start up there, round, and finish off down here. Yeah, okay. So, let's put that up there so I can keep an eye on it. Or watch it. Keeps the tools to one side. My table seems to be... Everything seems to be rolling in one direction. Look. You see what I mean? So, obviously my left leg needs to be heightened. Okay, alright. So, where were we? We're going to start with... Flip that corner over. Oh, yes. Before I forget, let's get this another... Well, use this. Yeah, okay. Now, I'll explain this a little bit. When you come to apply super glue, the way I do it, what I do is I put all this on the frame. When you get the frame, I get my Sharpie and I mark this bottom row off. And the reason why I do that is because that tells me don't put a line there, and I'll explain to you in a minute. So yeah, so that's what I do with all the frames I get. I put a little black line, as you can see. So I don't put no thread on that. Okay, that's what the Sharpie's for. So that can go away. That's finished. So that just gives an idea. So what I do this all the time. Now that's what the issue was when I first started doing this. I know. I figured it out. Okay, so as you can see, this one has already got them on, so I don't have to worry about that because that's the one I'm going to work with. Okay, as you can see, look closely. There we go. There's no thread on the bottom of this line. Yes, there is here because it comes across. So I make sure I wrap it and I leave this out. And the reason why is because when your thread is on the bottom and you're applying your super glue or glue, that line would stick to this corner of the MDF frame, and then it was a nightmare to get off. So that's what I was doing. I put this little marker here, so I put my thread when I miss out the bottom window, or what it would call notches. Yeah. Okay. Not bother about the top. So you're starting off here, work your way around, and there's nothing going up against the edge there. Okay, and that's the mistake I was making, was when I come down here to cut these off, I was having to try and prise these off without breaking them. Then I was cutting these and thinking, no, that's not right, because they were too short, and I prefer really long because I fold them around the keychain plate on my ships. Yeah. So the super glue is at the top. And that's what the scalpel blade is for. So I can go in there and slide up and cut them off. You'll see that in the next stage. Okay, so yeah, so let's leave that up there. So I'm gonna pop my screen back up. No, start here first before I'm gonna get some tea. You'll have to excuse me on because I've been painting, decorating all day. Yeah. Okay, so right, here we go. So I'm gonna start with this corner. I've already started with here. Okay, no, start this corner. Right, bobbin holder. You'll see how this tool works. So first of all, I'm gonna glue this into position. Oh, let's cut this corner. It's easier. So let's pull this thread out and then hold that down. Put some glue on. Oh, not too much. It's a little bit runny. But it looks gloopy in the actual bottle. It does. It looks really thick. It looks really thick. Look, you see. But it actually is runny as hell. Okay, so I've just noticed my fingers sticking. Yeah, I've got it. That little dab was a bit too much, but I don't want to get it onto the shrouds. Yes, I know you think I've glued the top of the shrouds, but that's the reason. There's a point I've done that. Right, so that's jumping about like I don't know what. So, yeah. Okay, that's in position. I've got a bit of super glue, so I'm going to sand this down in a minute. So, yeah. Give me 2 minutes. Just get that nice and shaped, back into shape. There we go, sorted. Okay. Yeah, I make my own sanding sticks. Yes, I know it's cheaper to go and buy them, but where I live, it's a bit difficult to get hold of them. Okay, so as you can see, I've wrapped it. It's good, because I'm going to cut that tab off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring this around the back. I'm going to wrap it up again. Let's start that again. So I'm going to gently roll me thread back into position. Oh, the bobbin, hold it, get closer. Okay, right now, gently take this, wrap it round into the first, what do you call that, tab on the back, and then we're going to start. I'm going to bring it all the way down the bottom. When we get here, so if I hold it that way around, okay, so there. I'm going to have to adjust this. Hang on a minute. Stop moving about. I'm going to wide. And then we're going to bring the magnification in a bit more. So rough about there. Okay, so that looks better. Okay, so what I've done, as I said, I've taken it from the bottom up to the top to the first window. And I keep close to this corner here, to that there. Yeah, this one. You then hook it round the back, so go around that way. Same again, all the way to the bottom, up to the top, and then come around the back. Now, as you can see, it's not quite right, so whoop, bring it down. I mean, you could use your finger and nip it, as long as you get to that corner. Into that corner, bring it down, and then gently bring it up to the top. We missed. Oh, there we go. Up to the top. Oh, that's what I've done. Right, so wrong way round. So you see that? Made a mistake. So down here, hook it, and flip it over, bring it underneath, and then up to the top. Yeah, there we go. Bring it down, all the way down to the bottom, hook it round, up to the top, back. So there we go, all the way down, get to the bottom, hook it, bring it over, bring it round the back into the hole, up to the top, like so. And then take it all the way down to the bottom. There we go, round and up. So let's get that so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take that one down all the way to the bottom, round the back, up the top. Okay, now watch, it's like a V shape, round the edge, down and in. Okay, you take that all the way to the bottom, up to the top and back to you. Next brick. So look, it says nip it, take it around the back, so you create like a little V shape. If you can see that, see the thread, yeah, and then all the way down, same again, yeah, hook it around the back, up to the top. So it's so easy with this bobbin holder. It's just because I'm only holding there on all the weights at the bottom, so I can slow it down by using my finger like a brake. And then yes, I'm struggling here because it's the light. Oh, there we are. Got you. Okay, so up, whoop, in, hook. Go on, hook it. There we go. All the way to the end, down to the bottom, round the back, over the top, inside, up to the top. There we go. All the way down, and you get faster at this. Honest to God, round the back, up to the top, down we go. Round the back, up to the top, over and under, up to the top, down, hook it up, down, over the top, hook it up to the top. So we're getting close. I might, oh, missed. Yep, I missed it. There we go. There we go. That's it. Up the top, round the back, underneath, all the way to the bottom, over the top, down, round the back, up to the top, getting close, and then all the way down, up the top. Now this is the last one. There we go. Up to the top, down, hook it off. Now then, this is the bit. So take it from there, and you're going to come into this hole here. Bring it round, and again. Up and around. There we go. Okay, Hackle pliers. Just rest on the floor. On the table. Okay. Hackle pliers on, dunk. That's it. So we've got some relief. Okay, so I'm not gonna take this off first. I'm just gonna adjust a little bit more into that there. That's it. Okay, so bit of super glue on here. I'm gonna dab it in with my pointy stick, trying to keep it away from the shroud. Flip it over, and the same here, just a small dab, and that secures the thread in place. Okay, so yeah, and that's it. On out. So okay. Whoop. Pull the damn thing off. Okay, so there we go. Bit more glue. Spread it on a bit. Okay, tip my let them dry with tweezers, and that's it. Rest it for now. Now I can take that thread. So it's like having second hands. This is. Well, you can do the same with these. You can get 4 of these and put on each corner, just to hold the frame up, and that's it. So let's take this thread, put my little cap on. That protects my bobbin holder. It keeps the thread in position because it always pops out. Now, if it does, then there's 2 ways of doing this. You can lick your finger and your thumb, and then soak that, let it dry, and then pass it back through the tube. Undo your thread, pass it up through the tube. Normally, I cheat, and what I do is once it goes in and it's this bit slack thread, I put my lips over the end and suck it up. Oop, that's it. Or take this and dab some super glue on it using this, rub it along the end to make this into a good needle shape, and then once it's dry and set, then you pass it up the tube. Job done. Okay, so that's that protected. I can put that to one side. Don't need it again. Don't need my Hackle pliers. I just need the little head, little cover for these. That's it. There we go. And that's it for now. Yeah. We're going to get we're going to put super glue on this, and then that's it. Okay, I'll put my tools out of the way. Got my cut mat, got my little doodah, dabbing needle. No, it's not a dabbing needle, it's a pointy stick, swigger tape. Oh yeah, mate, that's good. That really is getting a wee bit cold, right? Okay, so I don't need this. That's all set. That's secured. That's secured. So I'm happy with that. Okay. And we can use this if your hands get tired. So I'm gonna hook that about there. Okay. It's a bit wobbly. So you're not going to put silk glue all over this. You're just going to run on the lines. Now, I'm going to pop this down. So, before we start, let's move this out of the way. I don't want to get covered in super glue. Okay, so I got this with the post. I don't know if you've heard of these. You've got the old hanger in it. I'll just get you one. Well, what I'm going to use, because I do apologise. It was a one of those COVID masks. Unfortunately, I got rid of them all because I got this, an absolutely ideal piece of kit. These are perfect for model makers. So because I'm working with super glue, the smell comes off is going to be a bit toxic. If you suffer from skin rashes and stuff, I suggest you get one of these. So I'm going to put this on now, so I'm not quite sure what the sound's going to be, but hopefully I should be alright. And I'm going to pop my little camera up so you can see me putting it on. Where's this? So, yeah, there we go. Hello, hello. Okay, 2 minutes. So, as you can see, I'm going to put this on now. And my voice is going to change. And that goes on into the nose area. Put the straps at the top. Make it nice and easy. I hope you can hear me. Like, I'm watching my microphone, so there's some sound coming. It's going to be a bit muffled, I think. Put the straps behind the back. That's it. I'm happy with that. That's tight. I'm going to breathe a minute. What I'm checking for is up the top here. If I'm just going to put my big camera on, there we go. So as you can see, this what I'm checking for is here. You can get little dabs or little strips that can go inside this. You put them on the inside, around Velcro or something. And there's a little plastic, if you can see that there, this bit here. So I fold that in. Nothing coming out the top, so I'm clear. That means I can put my glasses on, and I will need these close-up glasses. I don't wear those head goggle things. I just go and buy glasses. I have 2 sets of glasses. I've got my contacts in, and I shouldn't be wearing these with contacts in, but I do. So only for short bars. Okay, so these are my close-up glasses. I'm going to straight pop them on there. I'm going to check. Yeah. Ooh, I can see. So I am happy with that. Okay, I can see that perfectly. Yeah, so hopefully put my headset back on, and hopefully you can hear me. Can I hear myself? Yes, I can hear myself. There we go. Oh, I can't see nothing. Okay, whoa. Right, join me again down below decks. Hello. Oh, before I leave, I'll leave the link for this in the description below. Alright, in a minute, bye bye. Okay, there we go. So, let me get my glasses back on, and hopefully I'm going to try and do this without having to. Yeah, let's zoom in. So, let's go here and get close in about there. Okay, that should be just nice. There's no way I can work out, so I'll turn my camera off at the top so it's not annoying. No, wrong one. There we go. Wrong camera. That's it. Off of that one. Nope. Why is that showing up as my audio? No. Oh, I'm back. Get off. Oh, that's it. Toodaloo. There we go. Okay. Right then. Okay, so yeah. So I've got me little tool, and I've got me little wooden stick. Double glue. So I'm gonna just, you see where your line crosses the shrouds, just put super glue on that. And what's happening there is I've got a bubble, and that's it. Just a little dollop across the top. Yeah, it looks boring, hence the mask. Well, not the mask, I mean, it's a godsend, this mask. Perfect for this job. So, there we go. Oh, glasses fell off. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there goes my alarm. Hold up. That's it. Do apologise for that. Get my camera back into position. There it goes. There we go. Tell me I've got to bed. I mean, I've got to go to bed. I've got work in the morning. So it's just a bit of build up of super glue, so that's what that's for. Just to thin it down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's what this silicone is, just to rub it into position. That's it. And that gets that line sorted. So I'm gonna take the tip off this the rat still, because it's gone a bit gloopy at the end. So there we go. Perfect. So cut tip off. Cut tip off. Put that back in there. Okay, so let's get started again. Positioned. Okay. There. That's it. And let's get going. I have a little sponge here I keep on the corner of the table to rest my elbows. That's it. Oh, it's comfortable. There we go. Oh, damn it. Why did I expect that to come out so fast? Okay. So, I'm going to put this on here. Onto there. There we go. Just a little dollop of super glue on the line. If it starts to build up too much, then just take your little tool and push it into position. Just to smooth it out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now I need my Bobbin needle. The reason why is because the super glue's forming a little window at the about here. And that's it. That just takes it off. There we go. That's it. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Right now. So, next line. go. Just at the ends there. The one thing I did forget to do is to check all these threads that are close to the bottom. So I'm going to have to do that now before we get started. So push them down. Remember, it's all the squares near enough even. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, all the way on. Down. Yeah, that's it, perfect. Okay, done. Clamp back on. Yeah, so there we go. This glue's coming out too fast. So I might have to change the rat tail to a thinner one. And I'm going to take it from there and see what happens. Yeah. So I'm going to do each. Yeah, I got it there. Yeah, I'm going to have to change this rat tail. She's coming out too fast. So, give me 2 minutes. I've got one hole already here. I'll pull this one off. I can throw it. Don't need it. Okay, quickly put a new one on. Now this one is pretty long, so I'm going to reduce this slightly to, yeah, to get, so it's easy to control with. So I need my glasses. Oh, not my glasses. Yeah, so put in about there. Okay, right, now then, let's try this one. Smooth this out a minute. Get rid of these droplets. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Now these ones above are starting to set, I can feel, but not ready yet. Okay, so where was I? No. Yeah. Have I done that one? Yeah. Next line, that's it. Come on, glue. Right, oh, they are. You see, coming out the tip. Just slowly. Come on. There. Just a little bit. That's it. There we go. So gently put super glue on. Right down to the bottom. And work from the bottom upwards, I think. So it's entirely you. As long as you wipe it across. That's the idea. Each line. Okay. And that's it. All the way to the top. There we go. Rest. I might have been out of shop there, but you got the rough idea. Yeah, so you got a little bit of bleed. No, not a bleed. Build up of super glue, because it's catching all the other threads around it. Okay, so that's that done. Oops, sorry. There. Now I can't watch the screen and keep it. There we go. So here comes the super glue. Slowly bring it out. There we go. Wipe on, wipe off. It's right on the tip. So there we go. There we go. There we are. Getting close to the bottom. Just wipe it across. There we are. So let's take some of this out. Obviously the super glue is sticking to the silicone on this mold too, and then you can just wipe it across. just I can feel the line stiffening up already. So down a bit. Ooh, here we go. I tell you, it's hard work, but we're nearly getting there. Right, we've only got to do the other side. Okay, let's go. It's a bit sore in the eyes, so to speak, because you're looking at the top lines and you see the lines on the opposite side and you can't work out which one you're on. So as long as I get blue on, oh, so I keep hitting the microphone, turn it a little bit, there we go. Now look, there we go, you can see it's building up, but when he's dabbed this silicone stick on, just wipe a bit off. It's, yeah, you're pulling it off and you can spread it out along the lines. Okay, don't worry about these bits in between, don't worry about them at all. No, I'm just feeling that she is starting to harden up. Yeah, there we go. Now just pushing this and the super glue is actually sticking to the silicone tip. Alright, so hopefully we'll get the other one done. Okay, the other one, the other side, this one done, I mean. Okay, it must be getting high. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I've already done those top ones, but let's give them another go. Right, gently squeeze the bottle. Yes, if you're thinking, do I decanter my super glue? Yes, I do. Now, the super glues I get are no nonsense super glue from Screwfix It or Mitre Fast. Comes with an accelerator. Oh, this stuff here, that there. Yeah, okay, that's what it goes. I have about loads of bottles of these stuff, but I get 50ml on a bottle. So give you an example of the bottle there, 50ml in that bottle, not 20ml. I could top it up if I want to, but it's just ideal. It's ideal for MDF and what I use it for model making. Okay, excuse me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, it's like painting with a pen. And you just coat the silk, fly tying silk, right to the across the shrouds, and then with the silicone moulding tool or whatever you got, use that then to spread the glue out. I found a couple of windows then, if you can see the windows. Yeah, okay. And then dab with a there we go, take them off. Now you just see me put my super glue on my skin. I don't suffer from any rashes, so if you're wearing rubber gloves, then I suggest you wear rubber gloves, silicone gloves, or you have your board and wipe it on there. pick up a bit of thread at the same time. Okay, so, and that's it. Just basically run it over your line. Just keep pushing because they're still soggy of super glue. They're not moving. So by the time we get to the other side done, this should be rock hard. And then you go to the next stage, and that'll be another tutorial, I reckon. So I'm just checking the clock here, so I've got another 50 minutes to try and get this side done, or another, let's say 15, another 25 minutes. Okay, I need a swig of tea. Lost there because I've done that side, and if I take me and run it down, everything needs to be in place. Glasses fell off then. Okay, so yeah, nothing's moving. What I'm checking for is anything that separates from the shrouds. So I'm a bit pushing it. I don't want to lose these two yet. Just do that one. But it's nearly there. Okay, so flip it over. Rest it a minute. Quick swig of tea. Excuse me. Oh, I tell you. Oh, there, that was lovely. No, not the tea. Oh, I pushed my nose. We're going to do another top up in a minute. That tea's getting pretty cold. Okay, now then. Mask back on. No, I don't. I've got myself all tangled up here. Right. Okay, mask is on. When you're putting it on, if you want, I'm going to pop my big screen up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go, hello. So you can see, check your little filter inside, because you've got 20 of these in the packet when you get these masks. Okay, fold it over, position it. What you're feeling for is air coming out of the top here. And there's little green strips you can get and you put them inside. I haven't got those yet because I didn't realise you would need them. But then I've used this today as well for when I was sanding in the bedroom. Oh, just knocked the camera. I'm going to straighten up. And then there's Velcro, so find your hooks. Velcro from that side. There, Velcro from this side. There. And then put pads around the back of your head. And put these into position. That's it. Yeah, tighten it up a bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. No. Yeah, you got a little, you got a little label on the outside. And then tighten that in. So. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Right, let's get going. Headset back on. Yeah, there we are. Cool. Alright, bye bye. Wait. Okay. Right then. Let's get. Oh, that's it. Okay. Where we are. What was that? Oh, camera. That's got to move this back into position. There. That's it. Cool. I think. Come on. Somebody's not in line, coming up with me, so there we go. I'm happy with that. Okay, we're going to start with the side, start the opposite side. Oh, no, we're done. Here's my microphone cable. That's it, out of the way. Glasses going to put them on the end. Oh, I like these. Comfortable. That's better. That is absolutely better. So, yeah. I moved my camera's shifted position. That's what's wrong. I'm going to turn it a little bit. There we go. Bring that down. Yeah. Is that it? No, there. It's the mat. It's not squared off. going up to the camera. Okay, right there. Here we go. Right there. So, I think that's in the right position there, I think. So, let's get started. Just gently squeeze this bottle. And out comes the glue. And then just run it along. Down the bottom. Next line. Come on, so what? That's it. The one thing I did forget is these threads on here not in the right position. Some of them are a bit too close together. So, like this one here. So I'm going to move it with my fingernail. I'm going to put it down. That's it. Now it's in the right position. And this one, I missed. Oh, yeah, right there. Can you see it? I missed the gap. You can see the gap. I'm going to stick this here. How did I miss this one? Can I get it over? I don't think I can. Yeah, somehow I missed that one. No, it's not going to move. So I'm going to have to push it. Oh, so what I have to do is I'm going to have to push this up to get to that position there and hold it and put the super glue on. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. That's not paying attention from my department. Said I should have checked these and I forgot. Yeah, I did. I forgot. Never mind. So, yeah, they're all in there. This was pretty bad. Okay, but not too bad. Like I said, if I hold this one up and then put the super glue on, so I've got a little clamping device and I'll use that. Or I'll put the super glue on and then push it into position and hopefully it should set. Bottom one, yeah, it's just, yeah, other than that I'm fine. Okay, right, let's get going. Let's take some of this super glue first. That's it. Yeah. Just smooth it along the lines, push it back and forward. You can feel it's stiffening up now at the moment. Yeah. So, okay, right. I was out of shot then, my apologies. But you know what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now getting a little nose on the end of me rat tail build up. So, come on, right, come on, slowly, easy. There we go. Run it along. Okay. It's worth it at the end of the day. Well, I think so, anyway, so it's Atlantic models, I think that's what they call themselves. You can get this photo etched. If you don't want to do this, then fine. Each their own, but I enjoy this. This is, I get a lot of build up glue, super glue on this, so I'm going to stop there a minute. Take my little dabber, soak some of that glue, spread it up there a bit. Spread the love, as I say. Whoop! One of my threads moved, one of the shrouds. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I have nail varnish remover, and that's ideal for the super glue. It's my homemade extra thinners. If you look on the back of Tamiya bottle, the mixture is right there. The difference is mine doesn't have the anti-smell compound or chemical to remove the smell. So it is strong, and hence that's why I like this mask. Okay, so yeah, I might have to cut this build up of super glue on the tip. Okay, we're back. Whatever happened there, I'm not sure. So, glasses on. And I might be out of focus, I think, not sure. Okay, so, check this line up here. Right, so, start the next side. There we are, that's better. Okay, right, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to cut this tip off. Just underneath the bubble. That's it. Flick it on there, doesn't matter. Okay, now then, let's get going. So, I've got a massive window build up of super glue here, so we'll sort that in a minute. So, okay, rub it along the line. Oh yeah, I've got to fix one of my lines below, so I'm going to use this to do in the position which is roughly there. So I'm alright here, there, and now at this one. So I'm going to push it up a bit and then see what happens. Yeah, no, take this off a minute. I need all my skills. That's to keep falling off. Right, there we go. Push up to there. Gonna nip it. No. Hackle pliers. There we go. Right, so I'm gonna work this. I'm gonna push this up. Push that through. Up to there. And hold it. Nope. There. Okay. There. Got it. Yeah, cool. Whoa! Hackle pliers. Thank God for that. Now, let's stop the screw on to secure it. As you can see, as you can get it in. There we are. That's it. Work it on there. Don't worry about it. Like I said, if you're allergic reaction to super glue, wear rubber gloves. Now, if you said, "Oh, I can't wear rubber gloves because I get rashes from silicone gloves," so bit of talcum powder on, talcum powder. If you excuse my vocals with this mask on, because the thing's pushing down my nose pretty hard, like. Right, so let's glue along this line to get both in. So you can see I've nipped it in here. I'm going to get here. Run the glue on there. Oh, a bit too much. And that last two. Let's get that position. So that's going to glue them there. Okay. So let that do its job. And I want to start. Let's do that one there. Oh, missed that one. Yeah, somehow I missed these two. I've got everyone else. Well, there's my window. There's another window. That's it popped. And up here. Don't worry about it when we come to this part. When we come to paint it, don't worry about it. It'll all come together. Right, so gently And I think I've left in the comments the link for the micro tips. I use it for my thinners, my extra thinners, or model fills, homemade thinners with PVA, and I have even a bottle of water in it when I come painting. I can find little, basically dollops of water. So yeah, okay, right down to the bottom. So as you can see, you're going to have some little windows. See those little windows? So watch this. Ready? So that's going to soak up, pull off the super glue, and then just dab, 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 and lift it off. So all the way to the top. That's it. And then rub it in. Some of them are a bit stunk because I've got a bit of super glue on. Of course, there's a lot of build up of super on this mould tool, so we're going to have to get enough to get this one done, and then I'm going to clean this one up. So yeah, that's solid. This side should be absolutely near enough dry. Yeah, I can feel it. The idea is try not to run your finger over it, because you end up pulling your skin off, and then it gets stuck to the super glue, and of course wrecks your rigging. So I am going to take my Hackle pliers off just to see. Whoop. Oh, there, see that? It's held it in position. Look at that, man. Oh wait, and it's water. It's a muckle. Okay, yeah, enough. That's it, just... I'm not putting pressure on the bottle, just letting it flow out itself. Every so often you can keep your eye on the bottle, or the actual tail, rat tail. Yeah, come on. There we go. That's it. All the way down. There enough. There enough. Where the long one was. That bottom was. That's what. Oh, well, that's it. Okay. Oh, there enough. That's it. Nearly there. Yeah, let's rub on the edges. Rub the super off. So I was out of shot then. This is hard, like. Trying to, so you can see what I'm doing. So when you come to do it, you're going to get close to this. You know, so that's it. Okay. Okay, flip this over now. So this is what I was going to do. I'm going to take the mask off because the super glue is now done. Move my tumbles up. Tools all the way. Hang on. Let me. Oh, that's it. Okay. Let's pop this coming back a bit. Just a little. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Right. Back on. Oh, right. On. There we are. Yeah, okay. So, let me take my mask off. That's alright. It's not going to stick. I'll put that on there just in case. Let me take my mask off. Hold on. Oh, I tell you. Wow. That's perfect. That is a lovely little mask to wear. Okay, there we are. Now then, that's clear. So as you can see, that's it. Okay, so double needle. Watch carefully. So I'm gonna run this down the threads. And if anything comes off your shrouds, then you know you need to put super glue back on. Now she's moving on because I need to I'm not going to push down, I'm going to do this by hand, take that off. Just that's what, using that to keep it off the table. Okay, I'll do this side. Yeah, all the way down. Nothing moved. This thread here is still soft, but on the actual shroud it's all nice and tight. Same here. Same there. Nothing moved. Just the only thing that's got to move is because it's got no super glue. Super glue. Super glue. Super glue. Yeah. I got a cramp in my leg. Oh. Okay, so down here all the way. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's perfect. That's ready for painting. So I'm going to give it 24 hours to properly soak in. So all the way down. Just gently drop your Bobbin needle over the top. I must have super glue on this. Yeah, just on the tip, so it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing moved. So it's all attached to the shroud. Yeah, there we go. Last bit. So I saved myself here with this thread. Okay. Trying to get all the squares as level as possible. Alright. There we go. All the way. And that's it. Okay, so we are now set to paint this thing in the next stage. So for now, I'm going to leave it for there because I've been nearly an hour and a half. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please to leave me comments, subscribe, do whatever you want, hit the notification bell. So as for now, anchors away to all you sea dogs and landlubbers. Toodaloo. Bye.